A loaded week. June 23rd to the 29th stresses the importance of communication, sharpens our intellectual skills, and intensifies our ability to connect seemingly unrelated dots and perceive higher spheres of consciousness. What else can we expect? This is what we shall find out here today. Good morning, bonjour, Michelle Karen, astrologer, shaman. Welcome to my channel dedicated to the practical uses of astrology to lead a better life. Monday, June the 23rd, the sun is square Neptune. Today our energy is rather low. We are not exactly clear-minded. We could feel dreamy, indecisive, and somewhat impractical. A lack of self-confidence, discouragement, little common sense, and a certain weakness of character could lead to unrealistic goals. Our perception of ourselves and our external reality could be distorted by our overactive imagination, creating deceit and confusion. We tend to want to avoid responsibilities, shy away from direct confrontations, and may feel somewhat inadequate. Falling prey to fraudulent financial speculations, getting entangled in other people's emotional dramas, and over or even just indulging in drugs or alcohol are, of course, ill-advised. Best to lay low today, rest, stay humble, choose peace, watch a feel-good movie, write, paint, or listen to music. A wonderful day for quiet contemplation. Tuesday, June the 24th, the sun is conjunct Jupiter. This is one of the happiest days of the year. Excellent for initiating a new project. We are, or should be, ethical, cheerful, content, self-assured, eager to expand the range of our activities and take pride in our achievements. We seize the abundance of opportunities that present themselves with optimism and confidence. Our moral standards are high. This is therefore a great to publicize our skills, advance our position, and broaden our authority. We go beyond our own expectations. Our good feelings, generosity, tolerance, liberal, positive, and hospitable disposition lead to lucky breaks. Our efforts pay off, enabling us to realize a long-cherished ambition and receive an award, a promotion, or a well-deserved financial reward. We could be invited to a formal event where our graciousness, elegance, and poise command the respect and admiration of others. We are likely to make positive professional contacts and in general are drawn to visionary, successful people who are supportive, educated, and well-traveled, and in a position to raise our social status. Sales prove quite lucrative. We make sound purchases and good investments. This planetary influence encourages us to flee narrowing circumstances, tap in our resources, seek freedom, joy, and adventure, as well as expand our worldview. It is excellent for any form of growth, raising our consciousness, broadening our intellectual horizons, returning to school, or completing our studies. As always, when Jupiter is involved, we may just need to be careful of excesses, overindulgence, and maybe an inflated sense of self-importance. Our creative expression is enriched. This is great also for any form of outdoor activity requiring vitality and exuberance. Perfect also for traveling. Thursday, June the 26th, two sextiles, Mercury with Uranus and Sun with Mars. So first, Mercury sextile Uranus. This is an electric, stimulating, invigorating day. In the morning, we may start going in one direction and in the evening end up in a totally different place. Our mind is quick and inventive. Our tolerance and open-mindedness to unexpected abuse make it a day of innovative ideas, unexpected discoveries, dynamic insights, and the meeting of exciting new people. Intellectual brilliance, flashes of intuition, a high degree of self-reliance, independent, original thinking, and an expanded vision help us transcend the limits of normal reason. The more flexible, adaptable, spontaneous, and mentally alive we are, the more interesting this day will be. People could be erratic and mildly unstable. We may rush into action without much discipline or attention to details, but our quick-wittedness, resourcefulness, and creative intelligence see us to the finish line. If we have been in need of convincing others of the validity of a project, this is their day to enlist their support. We speak with logic, are articulate, magnetic, eloquent, astute, and deeply sensitive to the subtleties of fluctuating moods. Problems we hadn't been able to solve before find dynamic, futuristic solutions. Unusual experiences, otherworldly ideals, foreign travel, esoteric phenomenon, anything that takes us out of our normal routine is attractive. Dreams are a fascinating topic of interest, as is anything of a mystical nature. This transit is great for studying astrology, art, music, advanced science, physics, electronics, and of course technology in general. Also, on Thursday, June the 26th, the Sun is sextile Mars. We face the opportunities that present themselves to us with enthusiasm, confidence, energy, and courage. Our willpower, ambitions, and enterprising spirit are so strong that no achievement seems unattainable. We know exactly what we want and are willing to do what it takes to reach our objectives, cutting through obstacles as if they didn't even exist. This is a wonderful day for initiating a project, starting a constructive enterprise, advancing our goals, and asking for a promotion. We both cooperate well with others and happily work on our own. Our leadership abilities are very much recognized by others who see our achievements as being well deserved, and they are. Danger does not deter us, and we demonstrate a lot of courage and endurance in the face of hardship and even physical pain. So that could be a good day to go to the dentist. Impulsive actions are a productive use of our physical energy and lead to constructive results. Our zest for life, clear, profound insights, decisive self-expression, and strong vitality help us achieve worthwhile objectives. Any business or commercial negotiation definitely favored today. And still, on Thursday, June the 26th, Mercury enters Leo till September the 2nd. During the next 9 weeks, we could want to express our ideas rather dramatically, maybe in colorful, exaggerated ways. Our positive thinking, enthusiasm, cheerfulness, and optimism could feel to some arrogant and maybe a little dogmatic, but we definitely get things done, are organized, and great at giving sound orders. We carry our responsibilities with strength, confidence, kind-heartedness, and broad-mindedness. We need to be reliable. Our planning should be cohesive, and we want to take pride in our work, even though we may tend to ignore details while focusing on the big picture. Our mind is super creative, which of course favors artists, creators, actors, lecturers, basically anyone who needs to be in the limelight. Teachers who bring out the best in children are also supported by this transit. There is both dignity and refinement in the way we speak. However, we may have to develop some flexibility. Our enhanced leadership abilities, our strong willpower, our intense focus on a particular purpose could make us a little complacent, stubborn, opinionated, and bossy, which can sadly block us from experiencing all the wonders that surround us. But With some foresight, determination, and a good dose of humor, very important, we are able to fit pleasurable activities in our rigorous schedule. Friday, June the 27th, Mercury is trine Saturn. So today we view life more seriously, have important concerns, are patient, pragmatic, methodical, and controlled. Our mind is on practical matters. Absolutely not interested in frivolous, idle chatter. We are earnest, industrious, studious, productive, and only speak if we have something valuable to contribute to the debate. We tend to prefer silence, but when we do express ourselves, it is directly, with honesty and logic. We seek advice from older, wiser, more experienced, and successful people with whom we can engage in deep conversations. Our critical faculties are sharp, but it might be important to keep some of our opinions to ourselves. Mathematicians, scientists, managers, directors, teachers, students, and writers are very much favored. A great day for working out the finer details, studying quietly, finishing a report, or staying alone with our thoughts. Our organizational abilities are superb, our planification is efficient, and we accomplish what needs to be done with great thoroughness. Not exactly a day of original creative thinking. Abstract concepts are of very little interest. We seek useful information. Our mind is objective, sensible, and structured around well-organized facts and figures. This is a day where we should pay particular attention to the morality of our character, exert honesty, self-control, and most of all, be very loyal. Saturday, June the 28th, Mercury is trine Neptune. Expansive and visionary, our mind is particularly fertile today. We concretely manifest our dreams. Our sense of humor is sharp, our imagination vivid, our capacity for visualization highly developed, and our artistic talents enhanced. Very sensitive to the gloominess of the surrounding reality, we tend to escape its harshness in a fantasy world of our own making. This transit is therefore very inspiring to musicians, composers, painters, poets, choreographers, photographers, of course, and filmmakers. Drawn to the intangible, mystical aspects of life, our instincts are highly developed, our intuition compelling, and our senses finely tuned. We are spiritual, kind, compassionate, understanding, and idealistic. We may find that we have prophetic abilities and are able to read other people's thoughts, but should be careful to not use that trait negatively to infiltrate their mind. Speaking in a manner that catches the imagination of others conveys sympathy and is particularly persuasive. If used, however, with deceptive or manipulative intentions, it will lead to our own undoing. But expressed with integrity, it helps us gain more than we ever could have imagined. Wherever we act today with consideration, prove hospitable and kind, we inspire enthusiasm in others. And possible mistakes stemming from laziness or past shortcomings are forgiven. This transit is excellent for a relaxing, pleasurable vacation, getting lost in a romance novel, reading poetry, watching a life-enhancing movie, or listening to a musical composition that transports us elsewhere. It is also very good for financial, political, or military activities requiring a successful strategy. And finally, on Sunday, June the 29th, Mercury is in opposition with Pluto. Our acute awareness helps us understand conflicting perspectives. We speak powerfully, yet could overestimate ourselves, be a little too critical, blunt, abrupt and harsh, express fanatical opinions, and take extreme actions. Mental agitation, dogmatic, opinionated views, verbal explosions, temper tantrums do create mistrust, offend, and antagonize others, especially those in positions of authority. A family crisis could be brought to a breaking point. Definitely not the day to invest, spend money carelessly, or gamble. Our mind is likely to be highly selective. Even though we possibly see and know a lot, we could decide to bury some aspects in our subconscious. We may have to deal with confidential, potentially dangerous information and execute secret plans and undercover projects carefully. This transit is great for researchers, scientific investigators, detectives, secret agents, and spies. We should be extra careful when confronted to plotting. Irritable people engage in dishonest or devious behavior. Courtesy on the road is a must. Signing important papers, not recommended, as the consequences of hasty decisions could be quite far reaching. But if we cooperate with siblings and neighbors, remain ethical, and demonstrate a reasonable amount of wisdom, today we can achieve a lot. If you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Your comments are always appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to place a thumbs up and hit the little bell to be notified when I upload a new video every Thursday and sometimes another one during the week. Remember, as always, choose your battles, walk in beauty. Thank you for watching. Until next time.